Hails and welcome to Rauta's Vinyl Monday. This time we have a band from Finland and once again with CD and vinyl format. Let's take a look at this debut album first on CD. This one is Aihos and Hävityksen maa. The name roughly translates as the land of destruction. Well, something in those ways anyway. So Aihos has been there since around 2013 and or 2012, around those days, and then they released their first demo, which was actually pretty good. And then the band more or less went on hiatus and didn't hear of the band until, well, this album that originally came out in 2019. This review that is very late to the party, given that this album has been here for, I don't know, 2 years I guess, but it was late on arrival, so there was no hurry really to go on with it. And since that 2019 nothing has really happened, at least according to Metal Archives and the band Camp, so maybe they are not that active anyway. So why need to hurry if it takes already quite a few years to come up with new music? Anyway, this is still very much relevant. As we all know, music doesn't get old that easily and good albums are never forgotten. Maybe you're late to the party as well. And here's the vinyl. Looks pretty basic to me. It's some 47 minutes of music, give or take. And obviously, vinyl is two-sided. I don't know why I even mentioned that. But yeah, pretty basic stuff in that respect. Here is the cover, once again a vinyl version. Nice brownish, brown-black colors. Doesn't look too devastated. Land, if you ask my opinion. Nobody's asking, but I'm anyway giving. And then on the vinyl sleeve, we obviously have this, what is kind of similar to OB strip with the basic information here on the back and front. And then also the lyrics/liner notes sheet. So there is lineup, photo as well with the CD, and very basic information. That's pretty much of it. Very simple, back to the basics kind of a thing without being too crude and all that stuff. So, 10 years in the making. This is the debut album after 7 years of existence with the band. What can we say? To sum it up, this would be a very dull way to put it, even though very factually true, is to say this is melodic black metal the Finnish way. That is pretty much to describe every essential key part on this album. I mean, through these 8 songs and 47 minutes, this is pretty much like your basic standard album. Everybody already knows, like, yeah, I get the idea. I mean, there's nothing really to, being innovative and all that stuff. And that very much explains the music here within. That is, it's melodic, it's fast tempo, check, all the boxes. And the music indeed is very much like that. That is, once you've heard a couple of these kind of bands, you would feel like, okay, this is pretty much the same and nothing is gonna change too much about it. Now, this might sound dull, and to be honest, if this was put on player, like without mentioning the name, and somebody was asking, like, okay, what is this band? I would have no clue after a couple of years. The thing here is, this is not original at all, but the good side is, this is still, in fact, quite good. Maybe because they are not creating innovative ideas as such, for its own sake, but rather doing the kind of a simple riffs, adding some fast tempo, having those rather good melodies, and fitting production, and then again, rather good black metal vocals. So once again, not exactly original, but maybe because of that, in fact, this is quite a good and easy to enjoy. I gave this quite a few spins. I didn't find a single weak spot. Nothing of like mediocrity, nothing of like, why is this part here? The downside is obviously, because there is not so much change or diversity with the album, you pretty much know what's going on after a couple of tracks. There's nothing that's going to be fundamentally surprising. Once you've done with it, you're pretty much like, okay, this is it. So you either like it from the very beginning or probably don't like it at all. I don't think this is so much a grower material because it's very simple in essence. And like I said, that can be a two-edged sword. On the other hand, it's really cool. There are no weird what the fuck moments. And at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, I've heard this a million times. Why would I spin Aihos instead of some of the classic ones? Well, in my opinion, this is good enough to challenge some of the classics. Maybe not beat them, but at least challenge them in the ways like, hey, this could be actually nice change for a while, because the overall result is pretty goddamn good. It's not great, I'll give it that, but it's definitely better than most bands coming out with rather traditional ideas. So definitely more on the plus side. And that is reflected in the final score of the album, what I'm giving it. So it's good, but not great. And that should give you the idea whether or not to check it out. You will find the links provided in the description box. So what are you waiting for? Give it a chance, and I hope you like it. See you with more reviews coming away.